The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
Tonight we begin the second half of the high school football season here in Central Kentucky, and tonight we are in Anderson County High School in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, taking on the Anderson County Ball Club, taking on South Oldham here tonight for some Friday Night Lights. Alongside Keith Klink, my name is Wes Chandler. Appreciate you joining us here on Glycon. It should be a fascinating matchup, Keith. Anytime you start district play, that's always a very important part of the schedule.
Yeah, it's like you say, the exhibition season's over. It's time for the real thing.
Yeah, when you look at it here, obviously district play is very important. Both of these teams want to get off to a great start. And only one will be able to do that, unfortunately. But you look at the storylines in this one. If you like running the football, this could be the game for you.
It is. If you look at the 5A stats, South Oldham's number 5, Anderson County's number 6. You've got Anderson County, Hudson DeGarmo. He's second or third in 5A. South has a couple of good backs that are up there.
You'll see Anthony Dixon and Jules Davila, along with others. They've got multiple that can carry the rock as well. So it should be a really fascinating matchup here as we begin district play from Anderson County High School. Keith, it's a gorgeous afternoon and now evening here for some high school football.
It's a great night. It's a great night for football. That's all you can say.
Great. Low 70s for the weather. No rain. We don't like that precipitation word. We don't like it at all. But hopefully we can get out of here without any of that. Tonight's weather forecast is presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. When we come back here on Glycon, we'll hear the pregame comments of South Oldham head coach Kane Sams. After this, you're watching high school football on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local, a locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Kane Sims joining us here on our pregame coverage on Glycod. Tonight we begin the second half of the season. Kane, where have you seen the most growth in your team, and what has pleased you through the first 5 weeks?
I would say our ability to build depth. We've had a couple season-ending injuries to our team, and the ability to find the right guys and to step in and fill roles, being able to pull up some younger kids and to see them make plays on big stages has been a story so far in my eyes. We've made steady growth and improvement on all three phases of the game throughout the year. I mean, a lot of the issues that we were harping on after scrimmages are issues now that we feel good about. You know, they're not issues anymore, but we get to go to, keep fixing and repairing other things. And so it's been a steady growth and having the ability to build some depth by force and, seeing resilience in our boys and having a couple of tough, close, emotional county rivalry games. Those are some tough environments. If you've never been to the South, the Oldham, North Oldham game or South OST game, those are some real atmospheres for high school football. And, it's easy to feel like you're losing control. And, for them to be able to play in those crowds and those environments, it makes me really proud of our boys.
For the most part, this current team has been able to start games fast this year. As you get into district play now, how important will that be to continue?
Anytime you can get off the bus and get going real quick, it's a good thing. It can kind of set the tone of the game. We want to be able to, on offense, make sure we're always getting some first downs and keeping possession of the ball, keeping the penalties at a minimum, and being able to sustain drives and really be able to, after that first series, hopefully yield points and then come back and be able to say, well, all right, now what are we doing well? What aren't we doing well? How they adjusted throughout the first series? What are we seeing different than what we prepped for? And being able to make adjustments within the game. And, it's the same thing on defense is, rarely can an offense just completely change script and not be the same offense you've seen, but defenses kind of can. I mean, they can have a same mentality, but their alignments and how they're lining up to everything, it can change week to week, especially that we're an option-based team. So we don't always know what we're getting that first series of the game. Defense has done a really good job this year on that first opening series of being real scout and not letting us get behind early.
Well, speaking of that defense, any good coach will tell you in order to be successful, it's paramount to limit the running game. Now, tonight you face a good one on the other side as well. What's the biggest key to keeping that trend going?
I think it kind of helps. We're a run-based team, so a lot of the year when we're going against ourselves, as we're going through our scout cards, a lot of it's familiar to us. They run a lot of toss and power and ISO, and that's all within our wheelhouse. So it's kind of comfortable for us to mimic some of that stuff. Our defense is naturally has been good against the run the last couple of years, so it kind of plays in our favor in that aspect a little bit. But it turns into a lot of gap integrity against a team like Anderson. They have tackle over and multiple tight ends and multiple fullbacks, and all that's doing is just creating more and more opportunities to have a missed run fit. So we're just trying to increase the attention to detail and the formation pre-snap, being able to get lined up the way that it's been prescribed by the coach and being able to do your job as once the ball is snapped.
All right. Appreciate the time.
Yes, sir.
South Oldham head coach Kane Sims. When we come back on Glycod, we'll have more pregame coverage.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
It's a beautiful night for some high school football here in Central Kentucky. We are at Anderson County High School here tonight alongside Keith Klink. My name is Wes Chandler. Appreciate you watching us here on Glycod. Keith, now time for tonight's keys to the game. They are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts, availability, and unmatched service. First for the Dragons of South Oldham.
Okay. South Oldham has many threats. Their quarterback, Adrian Miles, their running back, Jules Davila, their running back, Anthony Dixon, their wide receiver, Charlie Temple. They are all excellent ball players. They need to get out and get on Anderson early. South is a senior-laden team. The seniors need to be seniors. They need to get out there and lead, and they need to, as I always like to say, a McDonald's offense, grind the clock out.
There you go. It sounds like a recipe for success. And you were talking about Adrian Miles. He seems like he's a quarterback that just more reps he gets and the more week-by-week experience he gets, he's just really taking off to the next level. What about for Anderson County?
For Anderson, they need to make turnovers. Anderson has got to get turnovers. They've had 11 this year that they have, and they've scored on 4 of them. And they can't turn the ball over and give South more opportunities than what they're normally going to get. Anderson has got to stay in position on defense. South runs a lot of misdirection. You can't go for the misdirection. You've got to stay in your position.
How often do you see turnovers determine the winner of the game? This broadcast is authorized by Anderson County High School with production rights owned by Glycod. We aim to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We appreciate you watching. And when we come back, we will go to the Anderson County sideline and talk with veteran head coach David Buchanan after this on Glycod.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local. A locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Anderson County head coach David Buchanan joins us here for his pregame comments. And coach, you look at just the overall totality of this team. One of the strengths of this group is obviously the rushing game. It comes to the forefront. Obviously, it helps having a talent like Hudson DeGarmo, but what makes it so successful beyond that?
As in most running games, our offensive line has really grown and improved. They've really sort of taken on the personality of our line coach, Davey McCann, who's a tough son of a gun. And, you know, that has really enabled it. But a lot of it is to, you know, our kids will play hard. They'll play hard, and they don't shy away from contact. And we probably got the simplest blocking schemes in the state of Kentucky. We really do. But our kids play hard, and they like contact. That's really been good to us so far.
Your defense has been so strong all year long with 7 interceptions, 6 fumble recoveries. You have 5 defensive touchdowns. What's been the biggest key for that group?
Well, we've improved fundamentally dramatically. That's helped, and we're running better. It's been a struggle for us to run well defensively. We're running better defensively to play sort of into, you know, Carroll had a really nice passing scheme. They had some good skill guys in spots, and they really forced us to play in space, and we're better at that. We really are. We run better now than we had. We still got a lot of room for growth. I mean, we are far from an arrived football team, but we're running better than we used to, and that's showing up in the turnovers. It's showing up in, you know, stopping the run and get guys to the football.
You have a lot of pure athletes on this team, guys you can plug and play in multiple positions. At this level, what kind of luxury is that for a coach to have in their arsenal?
We're really like sort of that old Homer Smith mindset. The more guys we've got that can run and pass and catch, they can have multiple skill sets, that's going to make our offense tougher to defend. And, we've tried to develop that, and we do have some guys that can do that type of piece of football that we could plug in. So, we just, each week, we just try to, be sound, but also, give our guys that can run a little bit, try to get them the ball and get them in space, but the best that we can.
You play in a very competitive district in 5A, and in order to get where you want to be at the end of district play, what do you want to see from your team?
I just think we have to keep getting better every day. I mean, I know that sounds like coach talk, but it's really, it's the truth. If I get real wound up on how good our district is, I mean, I'm going to go in the tank. It's going to be really difficult. And I know this, our district's really good. And so now it's just a competition for us. How much can we improve every day? To get where we want to be, we've got to control the controllables. And the controllables are, what are we doing every day to get better? Are we giving our best effort? Are we locked in? Are we playing the way that we're coached to play? And that's really the approach. It's a one day, a one rep at a time deal that we've got to get better. And, I always go back to this. It took us a long time at Mason County to be able to win at Flatwoods, to beat Russell. And it was really hard to do. And then we reached a point, we won 3 in a row at Flatwoods. And so you look back on that time now and you're like, how did you win 3 times in a row when initially it seemed like it was impossible? And the answer is really pretty simple. It's not a big deal. It's like, we just got a lot better. And so that's the answer still now. We're in a really tough district. It's really good. But the answer has been for 33 years, get better. And that's the answer now, is get better. So it's just a one day at a time thing. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I think the kids are as well. And we're just trying to work and get better. That's got to be the objective.
Taking it one day at a time. Best of luck tonight.
Hey, I sure do appreciate it. And you guys, you do a super job covering our team and our games. Any night you guys can come to Bob Ware Field, we want you, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you, Wes.
Stay with us. More pregame coverage is next on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
We are about 5 minutes away from the start here in Anderson County High School as the Bearcats get ready to take on the Dragons of South Oldham. Captains right now in midfield getting the coin toss instructions from the referee, and we're going to get the game plan. Coach Keith Klink's going to put on his coaching shoes, and he's going to tell us what he wants to happen inside the locker room. First, let's begin with South Oldham.
South Oldham needs to get after Anderson on defense, especially get after the quarterback. And as they need to be aggressive on the line, give Anderson trouble. They need to, and as we said earlier, they need to control the clock with their running game.
And now on the other side for the Bearcats of Anderson County.
They need not to try and get a lot at once. They also need to keep the clock running, short passes, short runs. Try and catch South off guard on offense. Anderson, if nothing else, they have several trick plays they trot out every game, and for sure try to get turnovers. That's their bread and butter.
Well, we are in Bearcat territory as the Anderson County squad are getting ready to burst out into their cheering squad. South Oldham getting ready to take the field as well. Coin toss wrapping up, and we're going to take our final break, and when we come back, we will have district play underway. We'll tell you what happened during the coin toss as well. Come back with us from Anderson County High School. It's Friday Night Lights on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back here to Anderson County High School alongside Keith Klink. My name is Wes Chandler. Appreciate you joining us here for another Friday night of high school football in Central Kentucky. South Oldham did win the coin toss, and they elect to defer to the second half. So it'll be Anderson County to get the football first when we get this one underway in about a minute from now. And you look, it's a gorgeous night for some high school football, and it's just a picture-perfect night overall as the sun now descending across the mountains here from Anderson County, and the Bearcats and South Oldham Dragons about set to meet. And it's been a common occurrence, and Anderson County is trying to shake those cobwebs of South Oldham beating them the last 3 times.
So the last 3 times have not been pretty. Back early, maybe 15 years ago, Anderson and South Oldham played each other every year. Some of those games are some of the best games I've ever seen. I've watched Anderson come back from being down 37-10 at the start of the fourth quarter. Watched South Oldham win a game when an Anderson receiver dropped a sure touchdown pass that would have won the game. And then later in the year in the playoffs, watch that same receiver catch a ball that gave Anderson a first down where they could run out the clock.
Hudson Hatfield, the 5'6" freshman, will be back deep for the Bearcats. Set to kick it away will be Jair Funes. Funes, the 5'10 senior, about to boot it away here for South Oldham. Funes backs it away, and here in just a little bit, it'll be district time in Kentucky. Here he comes, and ball is in the air, and we are underway. It'll be taken by an up man there, and Jalen Crutcher. Crutcher angling up toward midfield, and some running room as he is met there at the 25, right at the middle of the hashes. Nice tackle on special teams by Sincere Raider.
He needed one block to get to the outside, and there was a lot of room to roam there on the outside if he can get that one block.
Yeah, a lot of east-west running there, trying to get it back up toward the middle of the field. Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. In between the hashes for the Bearcats, averaging 28 points per game so far in this 2025 season. Coming off back-to-back wins over Harrison County and Carroll County.
South's in a 3-4. Linebackers up tight.
Under center, Henry Cooper hands it off to the ground game, and that is going to be what we expect a lot on both sides. The first of what we anticipate to be many carries on the night by Hudson DeGarmo. DeGarmo 5th in 5A in rushing yards. 2-yard pickup there for the kind of do everything back for the Bearcats. DeGarmo lined up in the backfield. Snide formation, you can hardly see that nowadays. Ball is dropped. Cooper now flushed out from the pocket. He'll
wide
throw.
Open.
Pass complete, and we have a flag down. Pass complete by Tyler Slusher. There was a flag down. This may be on Anderson County and coming back. Well, this is an Anderson County team, as we assort the penalty, that attempted only 6 passes the entire game last week in a 30-point win at Carroll County.
And against Harrison, they didn't throw that many more. Cooper's a lot better if they roll him out as opposed to being in the pocket.
Yeah, he looked more comfortable there even after the bad snap. Kind of flushed from the pocket and had some open space, but the penalty backs it up to the 25-yard line.
That must have been a hold because
it was.
It was okay.
So I bring up 2nd down and 10 now. Tip of the nose of the football touching the 25, almost at the right hash.
Said you haven't seen an I. There's a T that you haven't seen for longer than that.
This is old school football right here. A lot of dancing around for DeGarmo, and he will get a couple there as they try to get that penalty yardage back. Be a pickup of 2 for Hudson DeGarmo.
Now, if we see a single wing, we'll know we're back in the time tunnel.
I need to go back in my time machine and build this. DeGarmo's head coach, David Buchanan, just says he has a great motor and really excited to see him play in person. They have a new tailback in now in Eli McCann, 5'11 sophomore. Fake the handoff, now flush from the pocket. Throw over the middle, caught by the big tight end.
Alzabrook.
Grayson Alzabrook, 6'4 senior. Big frame there, standing at 230. Still short of the first down by a couple of yards. 6-yard pickup.
Alzabrook's the punter.
Looks like Anderson County a little more aggressive with the pass here in this first opening drive, but it'll be short of the first down. 4th down and 3. And as you said, Keith, Alzabrook will punt. Back deep for South Oldham, a very dangerous Anthony Dixon. Punt coming from Alzabrook, and it'll be into South Oldham territory and roll dead at the 33-yard line. A 34-yard punt for Grayson Alzabrook, and now South Oldham will have their opening drive. South Oldham, a team kind of mirroring Anderson County in some offensive categories. They are also at 28 points per game. They have won 4 of their first 5. The only loss for South Oldham was to their crosstown rival, the Northsiders. Adrian Miles goes on a jet sweep to Anthony Dixon. Out in open space for Dixon. And he'll be well past the first down marker. And he'll get down to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 11.
Dixon did a good job there. Anderson lost contain on the outside, and there wasn't anybody there to hold Dixon up.
If you're looking at that offensive line for South Oldham, pay a lot of attention there to the man in the middle, Sam Dawson. Dawson, the Louisville commit. And here's
same thing the other way.
To the other side. Helmet flies off. This time it's Jules Davila, and he'll be right at the first down sticks, about a half yard shy of it. 9-yard pickup that time for Jules Davila. 5'11", 190 senior.
That was basically the same play to the other side. He got 9.
We highlighted in our open, Keith, Anthony Dixon, Jules Davila, but they've got 9 different guys that they have given the ball to this season. That running back room so deep for the Dragons.
And
helmet coming off of Sam Dawson there, so he'll have to check out for a play.
Second and 1.
Adrian Miles, the quarterback, 7 touchdowns through the air. The lateral pass from behind to Dixon out in open space trying to create the edge, and a nice tackle there right toward the Anderson County sideline by Clay Smith.
That, as you said, that was a lateral. If that had been incomplete, that would have been a scramble for the ball there. First down, South Oldham on the Anderson 44.
Didn't need much, got a couple. Ball will be spotted on the left hash in Anderson County territory at the 44-yard line. Cole Greenwell now in at fullback. That fullback's making a comeback here in the game of football. You'll see Davila back behind him. I formation for South Oldham.
Option.
Wanted to pitch it, but nothing there. Well read by the Bearcats. It was Ben Stratton, 6'2 senior, right there causing the chaos.
Ben's one of the most improved players on Anderson's team from last year to this year.
This Anderson County defense allowing a little over 20 points per game here in 2025. Adrian Miles will go to the sideline to get the play call, and we talked a little bit about Miles earlier. He's the type of guy that the more reps he gets, the more confidence flows through those veins. Second down and 10 now for the Dragons. Quick pass, 3-step drop, caught, complete on the near side by Kenji Cordes. He'll get up to the 40-yard line, make it the 39-yard line. 4 or 5-yard pickup there on the quick pass completion to Cordes. First completion of the year. No, scratch that. Make it the 4th completion of the year for Cordes. 3-yard pickup will bring up 3rd down and 7.
That was DeGarmo in on the tackle. He's all over.
He does it on both sides. He had 8 tackles, including an interception for a touchdown last week. Rarely comes off the field. Big 3rd down here on both sides. Miles fumbled the snap originally, will give it to Greenwell, and not much, not near enough for the first down, and the Bearcats defense holds.
That was Braxton Mackey that was in there on the tackle. He had an interception against Harrison County that he took all the way back, and Sal's going for it.
It'll be 4th down and medium here now as we dip under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Opening drive here for the Dragons, coming off a 14-11 win over Oldham County. They played North Oldham and Oldham County in back-to-back weeks. So 4th down and 5. Kane Sams rolling the dice here with an early go on 4th down. Pitch to Davila. Met at the line and will not get it. It is stopped in the backfield by Grayson Alzabrook.
Good play there by Grayson. They strung it out and wouldn't let him get outside like they did on the first couple of plays.
Well, they were so strong in the game defensively against the rush against Carroll County, held them to just 23 yards rushing in the big-time win last week. What a stop there defensively for the Bearcats. And that was kind of no man's territory for South Oldham. You had the ball right around the 40-yard line. So they choose to go for it, couldn't get it. Now good opportunity for field position for Anderson. Cooper will hand it off. DeGarmo hits the hole and motors forward to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8.
That was some good blocking on the left side of Anderson's line, and DeGarmo just stuck his head down and got the last couple by himself.
DeGarmo coming in with more than 500 yards on the ground, 9 touchdowns. The average is over 100 per game at 105. Bring up a short and manageable here. Be second down and a long 2. They send Clay Beasley a wide out in motion. Give it right back to DeGarmo. Met and driven backwards.
Be 3rd and 1.
Right there, Blake Dickamore, the linebacker, coming up with a big stop. Gained about a half a yard.
Dickamore's the leading tackler for the Dragons.
Yeah, that was tackle number 50 on the season for the senior. So 3rd and 1. Bring on McCann as well. He'll be in the backfield. Kind of a jumbo package will look like here. Late getting a man off. Beasley comes off. QB keeper, offensive line push forward. He got it, but I think this is going to be, is it a procedure penalty? No, a timeout first. Anderson County head coach David Buchanan gets a timeout. We'll take it with him. We are at 4:08 to play in the first quarter. No score here on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Alongside Keith Klink, I'm Wes Chandler. As we are about 8 minutes played here in this first quarter, no score here, as this is the second offensive drive of the night for the Bearcats of Anderson County, trying for a 3-game winning streak for the first time since 2018.
Well, if it keeps up like this, we'll be out of here by 8:30.
The way both teams like to go on the ground, and we were talking in break, Keith, and 3rd down and 1, this is usually the kind of go-to formation, like QB sneak, get that push from the offensive line.
And they've got Big Sam Dawson right over the center.
As you would imagine. DeGarmo is back in now for a 3rd and 1. They will hand it to DeGarmo, and there is Sam Dawson.
Yeah.
He just plowed through that line, and a tackle for a loss for the big dude there in the middle, the Louisville Cardinal here in the upcoming future with a big tackle for a loss. Boy, you can't say enough about Sam Dawson and just what he means to.
He just blew up the left side of Anderson's line.
First entered high school at 245, put on about 55 pounds, most of that muscle. When I put on 55 pounds, it's not muscle.
It is. It's just in the wrong place.
Alzabrook back to punt now. It's a line drive punt. Don't give time for your field position to get down the field. And here's an open space for Dixon. He cuts up, and he will take it all the way for a touchdown. Anthony Dixon goes for 79 yards.
Well, that's, like you said, he outpunted his coverage there, and there was a lane up the middle, and he went right up that lane, and once he got past the first 4 or 5 Anderson players, they weren't going to catch him.
Speed to burn for Anthony Dixon. You could tell that, you could see it developing when you have an electric player like Dixon out in open space. Funes will attempt the point after. 16 of 18 on the year in point after tries. Snap a little bit low, handled by Miles. Kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. Special teams scores the first touchdown of the night as the Dragons hold a 7-0 lead.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Well, as we were talking with Kane Sams in our pregame conversation with him, I asked him, said this team has gotten off to so many fast starts, and it's the special teams that gets off to a fast start here tonight. A 79-yard kick or punt return for a touchdown for Anthony Dixon gets the scoring started here with 3:11 to play in the first quarter.
You know, like we said, you could almost see that coming. It was a low punt, and he took it in stride. And once he broke that first contain, they weren't going to catch him.
Oh, to have that speed once again. I don't think I ever truly had it, but it'd be nice to have in the tank. So now how does Anderson County respond? As it'll be fielded on a bounce there right at the goal mouth by Hudson Hatfield. Hatfield along the sideline, wrapped up before he can get to the 20-yard line.
I couldn't tell if he touched that before it went in the end zone or...
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
So he brought it out just in case, and now Anderson County down 7-0.
.305 to go in the first quarter.
The two words that David Buchanan mentioned to me in my talk with him earlier this week is he kept saying the two words over and over. He said he wants this team to be tough. He wants this team to be physical. I think you're seeing the groundwork of that being laid here. They just now got to find out of a 7-0 hole. Cooper faked the handoff. He wants to pass. Pass coming along the near side, and it was caught. Nice catch in traffic there by Tyler Slusher.
Like I said, he's more. This is more rollouts than they usually do, but he seems to be a lot more comfortable rolling out.
Yeah, 7-yard pickup. Cooper, as you were kind of referring to, Keith, is only attempted 30 passes coming in to the game on the season. He's already had a couple now as they will go behind the line of scrimmage for a lateral, get it out, kind of a screen to DeGarmo, and he will get the first down. Needed 2, got 4.
Good hard run by DeGarmo after the catch.
And when you have these kind of athletes, DeGarmo being one of them, it's get the ball to me however you can in just a variety of ways. Kind of tells you the talent of DeGarmo. He started at free safety as a freshman. Now he's one of the top running backs in 5A. Pitch to him, and once again, trying to dance upfield, trying to get around some tackles. Cole Greenwell wrapping him up first before he is finished off by Nate McLeese.
Once again, he got that pretty much all by himself. He might have lost a little bit, but took that play a little bit too long to develop.
Inside 2 minutes now, 7-0 South Oldham on a 79-yard punt return for a touchdown by Anthony Dixon. Out of the shotgun with a running back to both sides of Henry Cooper. Cooper fires a missile, slant, caught, first down and more, up to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 14.
That was a slant. That was a slant to Beasley. Well thrown ball.
The connection, timing-wise, on target there for Cooper to Beasley. And David Buchanan told me that he's still ironing out those mechanics, but he's met there on the handoff. What a big hit there getting through the line. And guess who once again? It's Sam Dawson.
Sam's the man here. He just this time it was the right side of Anderson's line. He just ran right over the guard and tackle.
Dawson, one of those guys that's not going to give the big pregame speech. He lets his play out on the field kind of be the leader for him. Here's a quick three-step drop pass complete over on the near side to Donovan Follis.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little farther.
Less than 40 seconds remaining now here. A moderate pickup there. And that'll bring up a big third down here in the first quarter for the Bearcats. Have a trio of receivers to the left, one to the near side. He rolls out to the left, does Cooper. Cooper wants to find an open man. Is caught by Beasley. He juggled it, but then brought it back in as he goes inside South Oldham territory down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16.
This is the best. I've seen several Anderson games. Did one for Glycod and have come to the other home. This is the best. This is the best he's looked this year, and it's early.
Still a long way to go, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. The lone score in quarter number one coming on special teams, and it was in South Oldham's favor. When we come back, we will have the second quarter on Glycod.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local, a locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Anderson County moving the ball here as we start the second quarter. Big 16-yard pass completion moments before the end of the first quarter to Clay Beasley. Beasley's had a good first quarter. Now trying to keep that up here in quarter number two. They will send him in motion.
Counter.
Go to DeGarmo. He tries to break it up, tries to stop on a dime. And right there to never break stride on a nice tackle by Anthony Dixon.
That was a good job by Dixon. He didn't fall for that counter and get sucked into the all the motion going to the far side and stayed right at home.
They were acting like they were going to go Dawson's way. That's probably not a great idea. So counters could be very effective here in a game like this.
That's been proven at least twice here already.
Yeah, he's been in the backfield a lot. Cooper rolls out. Open space, fires it, tried to thread the needle. If he took off, he would have had almost enough for a first down. Instead, he tried to put it in between two white jerseys.
I will say that it was an awfully good fake because Dawson went for the fake that time. But yeah, he tried to put it in a spot where there wasn't any.
Wyatt Schaus will come off the field for Anderson County, bring back on Eli McCann, their second leading rusher. One receiver to the far side, ball on the left hash at the 38-yard line in opponent territory. DeGarmo looking to pass. He's got some time, throws it, but dangerously almost caught there, and it is almost tipped away too. A very dangerous play. I thought he overthrew it by 5 yards,
I did too. Well, the receiver and the defender both stopped, And if it's he had his hands on it.
DeGarmo does have now make it 5 pass attempts on the season, so he can throw it at times when needed. Alsabrook has been busy here. This will be his 3rd punt as he will boot it away from the 38-yard line in South Oldham territory. Go for the fake. Cooper lobs it out. Man open, caught. First down, Anderson County. They go for the fake and get inside the 20.
That was Clay Smith. Snap went to the short man, and Smith was wide open. He almost broke that for the touchdown.
Clay Smith, a big time reception. It was Cooper who was the short man. They had the quarterback in there. 20-yard pickup. Pitch to McCann. Hesitation. Gets inside the 15 and driven back. That could be a play that sparks you. Now they will try to put 6 on the board here as the Bearcats are inside the red zone now.
Got Alsabrook in the backfield line. They pitched it to him. He didn't go very far.
Evan Hale right there like a brick wall.
Yes, it was.
At 6'1", 190, but he looks more than 190.
Yes, he does.
So now, just like that, it's a 3rd down and long for the Bearcats. Nathan Johnson is their kicker. He's only attempted a couple of field goals this year.
Last 2 games, but he's made them both.
Love to try to get 6 here and a chance to tie the game. Cooper under center. Snap comes to him. Flush from the pocket. Anderson County. Who is this Anderson County team passing the ball? Brought down to the backfield. Flags fly. Sam Dawson wraps him up. And we may get a holding on this one.
I think we might have an eligible receiver.
Multiple flags. They were right there when Cooper was going down to the grass.
Now, as a sophomore, that's one thing. When you're in the position like that, get rid of the ball, live to fight another day, give your field goal kicker a chance, because if this is a big penalty, you're back to punting again. Personal foul. Face mask. Intentional grounding. Okay. So
offsetting penalties, one on each side. Face mask on South Oldham.
And grounding on Anderson.
But the passing attack a little bit surprising for me.
Yeah, it is.
As far as the pure volume, known purely as a ground team almost exclusively here this season, but tonight trying to throw a new wrinkle in. So after all that, we even it out in the wash. It's still 3rd down and 7. DeGarmo lined up in the left. He will get the ball.
Big hole.
A lot of space for DeGarmo, and he'll get inside the 5. Enough for a 1st down.
Well, that was a little counter play there that worked. Had everybody going to the right, and DeGarmo came back to the left, and once again he put his head down and got a couple extra.
10-yard pickup there by DeGarmo. You could tell he was in a kind of offset position, and anytime you're in like that, it's usually an indicator that you might be getting the ball. He might be getting it one more time right here.
Ball's on the 4.
Ball will be snapped by the senior center, Kyle Johnson. Cooper on the left hash. Gets the snap count. Over to DeGarmo and wrapped up there before he can breach the end zone.
Down to the 3.
Nate McLeese making another tackle. That's his 2nd of the evening so far. Very long, methodical drive here for the Bearcats. They came into this ball game over 200 yards rushing, 204 to be exact. That's their strength. It is 2nd down and goal from the 3. Cooper over to DeGarmo. Pyle pushes forward and brought back. Dixon, a tackle there, maybe about a half-yard gain.
Looks like it's down to the 2.
A lot of third downs here for Anderson County. Remember, earlier in this drive, they had that 20-yard pickup on what was a fake punt on a pass from Cooper to Clay Smith. It'll be 3rd down and goal. This may be 4-down territory here. Cooper. Under center.
It's about to be 3rd and 8.
False start on Anderson County. Such a huge blow there. That line just flinched enough, and that'll back them up 5. Now that changes your play call tremendously.
I heard from across the South Oldham bench, watch out for the trick play.
Already plagued them one time on this drive. Henry Cooper now in the shotgun formation. How about this? 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Braxton Mackey lined up as a slot near side. DeGarmo is slot to the other side.
Bad snap.
Bad snap. Cooper has to come away with it. Now just fires it over to the end zone, and the pass broken up by Dixon. That was disastrous from the start.
So well, they're lucky. They're lucky that wasn't intercepted.
And then you got to give Cooper some credit there just to throw it away. If he would have been brought down where he got that bad snap, it might have taken Anderson County out of field goal territory. So now Johnson to try to put points on the board for the Bearcats. 2 for 2 on the year for Johnson.
And no.
And is on the way. And he pulled it wide right. Kick is no good. 7:58 to play. Make it 6:58 to play. We'll take a timeout real quick on Glycod.
Listen up. Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Anderson County High School. Keith Klink alongside Wes Chandler as South Oldham will now take over 1st down and 10, leading 7-0. Adrian Miles will pass complete over on the near side. Little 3-step drop pass completion there for one of his targets, Kalade Dada.
Gain of 5. I thought one of South's backs might have moved a little early there.
Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod.
2nd and 5 for South.
Anytime you can get 5 yards on 1st down, that's a win. Kane Sams, the 3rd-year head coach. Pass complete. Going up to the middle of the field, Jules Davila able to create some separation up to the 35-yard line.
Little play action there. Fake to the back and popped it right out there.
11-yard pickup there for Davila. Adrian Miles coming in a little over 600 yards passing on the season. 7 touchdowns. Miles rolls out to his left, lobs it up. Davila
nice catch.
And makes the catch.
Nice catch by Davila.
Down to the 44-yard line.
Nice pass by Miles. Really nice catch by Davila. He ran a sideline and in, and it was right there.
21-yard pickup there for Jules Davila. That's a little bit of athleticism from the senior. South Oldham looking to add to a 7-0 lead here. Miles Quick out, going to the screen, and then dropped. Well defended there by Anderson County as they were going to Charlie Temple.
Thought Anderson had a shot at that one.
Kane Sams, his 4th year overall as a head coach, 3rd at South Oldham, 1 year for Kane Sams at North Bullitt in 2022 before coming to South Oldham. And then the following year in 23, he's been assistants at South Oldham, Oldham County, Tates Creek, along with Bourbon County. Second down and 10 here for the Dragons. If you're just joining us, a 79-yard punt return for a touchdown, the lone score of the game so far. This time it'll be a handoff to Cole Greenwell, and he'll get to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 4 for Greenwell.
Tackles by Stratton.
That run for Greenwell pushes him north of 200 yards rushing on the season. They will make a change on the offensive line as Sam Dawson comes back in.
Oh, we got, what have we got here? Sideline warning?
After the play, the flag flew down. And the referee now coming over talking to David Buchanan. That was a good 10, 15 seconds after the play had finished.
Must have been something with the press box.
Yeah, it's going to be an administration penalty for playing music during the live action of the ball.
Okay, yeah.
Can't do that, so it'll be a kind of a flag there to mostly a warning, but just to get them to not do that in the future. Here is Greenwell getting back-to-back carries, and the fullback will plow forward for a couple.
That was Stratton again.
That'll bring up 4th down here.
4th and 3.5, 4.
They went for it earlier about this same spot inside Anderson County territory. Did not get it.
They first two plays that South had it on offense, they ran wide, and we haven't seen that since.
Charlie Temple lined up as a wide receiver to the far side, along with Dixon in the slot, Davila in a slot as well, joined by Kalade Dada. 4th down and 4.
Quarterback draw. He didn't get it.
Going to be right there short of the stick. Get to the 35-yard line. Didn't get it. And the second time tonight, Anderson County stops them on 4th down.
I thought that had a real shot because there wasn't anybody there in the middle there for just a minute, and then it closed up. He was half yard short.
This has been a defensive battle so far. Just the one touchdown, and it was on special teams.
3:47 left in the first half.
How often do you see a high school game 7-0 at halftime? In fact, for South Oldham, it would be their second straight game if this score holds at halftime. They were up 7-0 versus Oldham County last week at intermission. Now Anderson County looking for the equalizer here on a pitch to DeGarmo. Head out on the edge. DeGarmo needs to make one man miss, and he will lower the shoulder and get up to the 40-yard line to pick up a 5. He just leveled Andrew Kern that time.
That was a hard run by DeGarmo. He dropped that shoulder and stopped me if you can.
A punishing run. Alzabrook will check out for Anderson County. Bring back on Clay Smith. Had a 20-yard completion earlier. Anderson County will bring on Wyatt Schaus as a fullback, along with Antoine Beeman. Go on the ground, get right at the sticks, about a half yard shy. And we go under 3 minutes left, and it's going to be close. And they're going to move the sticks.
Yeah, that's a good hard run by McCann.
So we've seen DeGarmo more times than not, McCann a couple of times. Right now it's Cooper all alone in the backfield. Send Schaus over to the right. 2 receivers each way. DeGarmo gets the snap, pass complete over on the far side. Making the catch is Follis, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage before he could gain anything.
South Oldham is well coached in tackling. They don't, you don't run through their tackles. You don't fake them out. I thought Anderson back had room there, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, when your head coach is a former defensive lineman, imagine there's going to be a lot more of a focus on the defense. Kane Sams, 2007 graduate of Pineville High School, played a couple of years in college, then named Union College in Barberville.
There's
Cooper will tuck it and run, and he'll get past midfield to the 49-yard line in opponent territory. Now the clock becomes a little bit of a focus as we go under 2 minutes. So now 3rd down and 4. With a low-scoring contest here in the first half of play so far from Anderson County High School. We begin district play. 3 receivers for Anderson County. A little trickery. DeGarmo's going the wrong way. Now he chucks it upfield and over to his own sideline.
I think it's going to be really close. It's going to depend on the spot. If they're spotting it there, it's right there.
He ran about 15 yards to get about 5.
Yep. He ran through a tackle, which is really unusual.
It will be a first down as they move the sticks. Clock arrested at 1:23. Boy, if Anderson County can punch it in here, that would be a huge lift for them going into the locker room. South Oldham will get the ball coming out of halftime, though, however. Anderson will bring on Nick Aldridge as a slot receiver. 5'10 junior.
Here comes a blitz.
Cooper with time to throw, now flush from the pocket. He sees Duels to Vila, as he throws and almost intercepted.
Oh my goodness!
It should have been intercepted.
Yes, it should have been, and that I've seen that same play before this year, except the result was they held the ball.
Charlie Temple almost had an interception, and he had nothing but open space out in front of him.
Well, that's inexperience.
So now that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. No harm, no foul for Anderson County. Offensive line of Isaiah Terry, along with others there at the center position.
We're changing the play here.
Nolan Jett, along with...
We're counting it down. Better hurry, Anderson, better hurry, or they're going to get a flag. There we go.
DeGarmo looking to pass, and it's underthrown and intercepted. South Oldham takes it the other way. It is intercepted that time by Kenji Cordes, and they do get an interception on the trickery, the flea flicker from DeGarmo, just underthrew his man.
They had the receiver well covered out there. That was thrown into double coverage. I think it's really important for Anderson to not let South score here, because as you said, they get the ball at the start of the second half. It would be really hard on Anderson to have them score here and then at the start and have the ball at the start of the second half.
Be a massive swing indeed. Now ball will be at the 35-yard line, left hash for the Dragons. Handoff from Miles. They go on the ground here with about a minute remaining. See what kind of tempo they go as Jules Davila getting that carry.
That was Stratton and Aldridge on the stop. And I was going to say South doesn't look like they're in any hurry, but they're calling timeout now.
49 seconds to Kane Sams in his 3rd year as the head coach. Well, if you had a special teams touchdown as the lone scorer of the first half on your bingo card, you're a winner tonight. So far, South Oldham trying to change that here. The South Oldham, they came in with an even slate in turnovers. They had given away as many as they had taken away so far, and that was their 5th interception by the defense so far here in 2025.
Well, that's one thing that we said early in the game that Anderson couldn't do was turn the ball over, and they almost had just a killer turnover on the pass from Cooper.
I guess if you're going to take your pick, you probably want the pick there by on that flea flicker as opposed to the one where Temple dropped.
Yeah.
Temple would have been at the 40-yard line in the other side.
Yeah.
So if you have to pick one, I guess this is the one you want to pick for Anderson. But now South Oldham has a little more than 60 yards to go in 49 seconds. Miles, the lefty, rainbows one into coverage, caught by
Good
Temple.
catch.
What a pass, delivered, pure perfection. Charlie Temple elevated up, and he goes to the 31-yard line.
That's their leading receiver, and you can see why he pulled that out of triple coverage.
32-yard pickup as we now approach the half-minute mark. You talked about Temple earlier, and he made the biggest catch so far. Here's Miles, slings it, and incomplete. He was looking for Dixon there, and clock stops at 26 seconds.
He had a lot of mustard on that one.
Yes, he did. He just kind of slung it from his side. South Oldham has not attempted a field goal this season, so they may be just trying to go for the touchdown here. 26 seconds remaining. Adrian Miles, the quarterback. Second down and 10. And a stop and play procedure penalty, false start. So that'll back them up behind the sticks, bring up second down and 15. A lot of that attention on the offensive line, of course, goes to Sam Dawson, but joining him on that offensive line, Kyle Johnson for the Dragons, along with some guys over on the left side as well for Kane Sams' team. And they've done a nice job so far to get some time for Miles to throw. Got Mike Rutuski, I'm sorry, on the other side. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Silas Kennedy in there for South Oldham as well. Lob pass to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Looking for Temple once again. Batted away at the last moment. Good coverage there by Anderson County Beasley.
That was just basically a go pattern. He threw it for the end zone. Beasley actually had a shot at it, and then Temple turned on the speed and almost made a nice catch.
Be third down and 15 here with 19 seconds left. Let's see if I can do this offensive line correct this time. Got Nolan Jett, Sam Dawson, of course, over on the left side. You have Silas Kennedy along with center right there, causing some chaos up the middle. Getting a good job of getting right at that nose guard. Here's the pass, and it is intercepted. DeGarmo has another pick.
And his knee went down on the 7. Of course, that pass was also thrown into double coverage.
It was, and DeGarmo back-to-back interceptions in as many weeks, and that may be the play of the first half for Anderson County because it saves a potential touchdown.
I think we're in take-a-knee formation here.
That has been an area where Anderson County has really excelled at this year. +8 in turnover margin entering tonight's game. That is their 8th interception of the year. I think you're right, Keith. You just got to be content with this and take it to the locker room.
Yeah, they're in fall-down formation.
And that will be the final play of the first half as we have reached halftime. And for the second straight week, South Oldham will take a 7-0 lead into the locker room. We're live from Anderson County High School here in Lawrenceburg, Central Kentucky High School football. And it's been a good first half. Keith Klink and I return. We will have the halftime report for you right here on Glycod. Don't go anywhere.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local. A locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
We have arrived at halftime here in Lawrenceburg as you're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod alongside Keith Klink. My name is Wes Chandler. Well, Keith, I don't think we anticipated this type of first half. Only the one score, and it came on special teams.
Well, Anderson has got to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
Just down 7-0 from a team that's beaten them severely the last three times. They have got to really be happy, and to just give up the 7 points on a punt return. They had a chance to get in the end zone down there, but the motion penalty really took them out of it. Made them have to throw a pass they're lucky that wasn't intercepted, and then hooked the field goal.
You talk about those last three games. South has won each of those last three games versus Anderson by a combined score of 125-34. So a much different first half out here tonight on both sides. The 79-yard touchdown run, the only score of the game so far for the Dragons of South Oldham. As you see some scores populate along the bottom of your screen there, tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. When Keith and I return, we'll give a recap of the first half, and we will have more halftime coverage when we return. You're watching high school football on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
It is homecoming here on the campus of Anderson County High School, with the festivities now coming down at midfield and representing the freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior class. Keith, were you ever part of the homecoming court?
Fortunately, no. I was usually in the locker room listening to the coach fuss at me.
Would you rather be there?
Yeah. No, I'd rather be in the locker room. No.
Well, I know it's always a big moment there for these young ladies and young men out there to get dressed up, to have homecoming and kind of add an extra feel, something they don't get to do all that often. And you take yourselves into the shoes of some of these youngsters, and it is a big night, though, regardless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The mothers are awful happy, too.
Yeah. You know, our spotter here behind us, she's a homecoming queen, so she knows everything about being a part of homecoming court as well. So it is a special night for these young men and young ladies here at Anderson County High School. Well, when Keith and I return, we will bring you a scoring recap, and we'll also take a look at that lone touchdown scored by South Oldham here in the ball game tonight. That's all coming up next on Glycod.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local. A locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain with advanced engineering and American-made steel. Home on the range. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back here to Anderson County High School as they are announcing the Prince and Queen. I guess Prince and Queen, however they do it.
Yeah, they change it every year.
Change it every year. It looks like it's a couple of sophomores that won it. Didn't catch the name of the young lady there that won it, but the Prince was Noah Beasley.
Good basketball player.
Really? Okay, so he is the king. And apologies, we were coming back on as they were announcing the Queen. Or are they doing that right now? All right, so they're getting the announcement right there. So, all right, so homecoming about to wrap up here from Anderson County High School. We are at halftime, 7-0 here on Glycod as the lone score coming from a 79-yard touchdown punt return for Anthony Dixon. And it was a punt there by Anderson County, just a line drive punt. And that did not allow the fielding team to get down in time, his coverage unit to get down in time. And Anthony Dixon was able to break it free for a touchdown. Keith, that's the only score in the game.
Yeah, it was, and that's what happens when they say you give the low punts and kick your coverage. Bad things happen, and especially with someone that's as good back there as Dixon is.
Well, will we have the same script? Will it be a low-scoring game here in the second half? We'll find out. Scoring summary brought to you by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. That score coming at 3:11 in the first quarter of action. Nobody scored in quarter number 2. And we will have the third quarter in a little less than 10 minutes from now. But when we return, we will continue on with our halftime coverage as this is high school football in Central Kentucky on what is a gorgeous night for Friday Night Lights. You're watching it live here on Glycod.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local. A locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain with advanced engineering and American-made steel. Home on the range. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Well, if you like defense, this has been the first half for you here at Anderson County High School. The lone score, of course, that 79-yard punt return for a touchdown. Some more big plays here in that first half as South Oldham was driving there at the final moments. An interception by Hudson DeGarmo potentially saved the second touchdown of the night for South Oldham. That was a big play, Keith, to prevent South Oldham from having a 2-score lead at halftime. And it also works because once we come out in the start of the second half, the Dragons will have the ball.
That would have really, that and the dropped interception by South Oldham over there, those two would have just really been daggers with the Dragons getting the ball at the start of the second half. Going to be interesting to see what South Oldham comes up with. They've really been pretty bread and butter. They ran sweeps on the first two plays, then we never saw them again. And I think they threw the ball a little bit more than what they're used to doing.
I was going to ask you, are you surprised by that?
Yes, yes, I am. I would have thought they would have tried to with that big offensive line just run Anderson, run. I'm not surprised. I'm astonished at Anderson the way they've been throwing the ball.
Yeah, so far they've been able to have some passes complete. They've had a couple of some that have not been as sharp as well. And could that be potentially to set something up big in the second half, you think?
Well, you've already seen 3 trick plays from Anderson. You had the fake punt and the 2 DeGarmo passes, and on both those halfback passes, they were thrown into double coverage.
Well, on the other side now for South Oldham, Kane Sams, it was very important for his team to get a win last week, get South Oldham back on the positive side of the scoreboard after dropping that North Oldham game. They worked a lot on situational football this week in practice, and they played a very tough schedule so far in the non-conference. They played 4 6A teams to prepare for what is a very tough district. You know this district as well as anybody, just the competitive nature top to bottom of these teams in this district, very competitive here in Kentucky.
Well, as I said earlier, you have Scott and Woodford in this week's Herald Leader poll were 1-2, and then South and Collins were 8 and 10. I can't remember which was 8 and which was 10, but I mean you're playing top 10 team every week.
Yeah. All right, well, when Keith and I return, we will have the start of the second half here. It's coming your way next from Anderson County High School. It is the Dragons on top 7-0, and you're watching here on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Great crowd here on tap at Anderson County High School. Homecoming 2025, and because of homecoming, a little bit of an extended version of halftime, as we are now about a little less than 2 minutes away from the start of the second half, and it's a 7-0 South Oldham lead right now, and they will have the ball to begin the second half. What are your focal points for both sides here to be able for Anderson County to come back and get back in this game? Of course, they're only down a touchdown, but what do you want to see from them in the second half to be able to try to win this game?
Well, I think first thing they need to do is stop South Oldham on this first series.
Yeah, that would go a long way.
And South Oldham has not punted, but one thing that Anderson has done well this year is block punts. And if I'm South Oldham, I would think that Anderson has probably outgained them on the ground. I would go back to trying to establish this ground game behind that big corn-fed front line that they've got.
Yeah, both of these offenses north of 200 yards rushing per game on the year. Says a lot about why both of these teams are one of the top rushing units in 5A.
And I would guess that neither one of them has 100 yards.
Oh, yeah. All right, it is about time for the start of the third quarter. Both teams getting their final instructions before they head to the sideline. And we will have the start of the second half here in just a few moments. Glad you're along with us here on Glycod. High school football in Central Kentucky.
I would imagine Coach Buchanan has to be absolutely ecstatic to just be down 7-0 at the half and 7-0 because of a special teams touchdown.
Yeah, third year at Anderson County for David Buchanan, 32nd year overall as a head coach. He started out at Paris in the early 90s, then went to Mason County in 1996, stayed there to 2014, got the job at Mercer County in 2015, ended his tenure there in 2021, set out the 2022 season before being hired here at Anderson County in 2023. He was the 3A Coach of the Year at Mercer County in 2019. And you look on the all-time wins list, he's top 30 in high school football in the state of Kentucky, 28th on the all-time wins list here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky with 238 victories.
I would guess that Mr. Dixon is not going to see this ball on the kickoff.
Not intentionally, I would imagine.
Well,
line drive. And it'll be fielded by the up man. No, that's not Dixon. That is taken by one of the up men and bouncing around, just kind of pinballing off tackles. South Oldham taking it with Kinja Cordis.
That was a nice return. That was a nice return.
Got up to the 37-yard line, and that is where the Dragons will take over. Silas Kennedy, Matt Osborne on the left side of the offensive line. Jackson Lanham. Nolan Jett. And the quarterback remains Adrian Miles. Greenwell in at fullback. They will give it to Greenwell, and he will saunter forward for about 2. Just shy of the 40.
There's McCann and Alsabrook on the tackle. I'm just really surprised that they don't run over Dawson more.
Yeah. You have Lanham in there at center, Dawson in there at right guard, Kennedy at right tackle. I'm sorry, make that Jet at right tackle. The other left side is Kennedy.
There's procedure.
Ball start on the Dragons. So back south up 5 after they were second down and 7. It'll be second down and 12 now. Charlie Temple in at wide receiver. He's had a couple of big catches there in that first half before the drive stalled there to wrap up the first half offensively for South.
Well, he's a big kid. He's 6'2", and can go up over these smaller Anderson backs. So there's a quarterback draw.
Fake the handoff to Dixon, and he will be brought down in between the hashes. A little moderate pickup there of a couple. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10.
That was wide chouse.
Ball right in between the middle of the hashes here. It'll be a third down and a big third down, and Kane Sams knows the importance of this, so he will take a timeout. And
wow,
Adrian Miles, I think, lost his shoe, so it may have kind of served as two purposes to keep Miles in. We're going to take a quick timeout here in the third quarter, just underway here in the start of the second half.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
All right, out of the timeout for the Dragons. See what they come up with here. Third down and 10 as the Dragons use their first of 3 here in the second half.
They're 5 wide, man in motion.
Got to get to the 47-yard line. Pass completed. It'll be a first down. Jules Davila making the stop. Forward momentum gets him the first down. Jules Davila, nice catch in traffic.
That was a good throw too.
12-yard pickup there for Jules Davila. On third down and 10, they got 12.
One thing is Anderson is getting no pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, that offensive line really doing a nice job for the Dragons. Ball just shy of midfield. Handoff to Greenwell. Skitters forward. Now into Anderson County territory down at the 45-yard line.
Tackles by Alsabrook.
6-yard pickup there. Greenwell's had a couple of carries. Dixon, not a lot of opportunities rushing the ball in the first half.
Like we said earlier, I think this is a big drive for both teams. Big series for both teams.
South Oldham will send Kenji Cordes out as a far side receiver. High formation for the Dragons. Handoff to Greenwell, and he will get a couple. Look at that offensive line push forward.
It's going to be about a yard short.
Mike Ratusky making a tackle on the defensive side for Anderson County. Third down and 1 now as we dip under 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. South Oldham moving the ball down the field. Gunning for a 5-1 start. It is their third straight 4-1 start. See if they go back to Greenwell. The answer is no. Miles will keep it himself, and he'll have plenty enough for the first down. The way that South Oldham is just patient, waiting for the holes to develop, letting that line do their job and get the blocks they need and the gaps that they need is really, really impressive by this running attack, and throw Miles into that running attack for South Oldham.
Well, once again, Anderson went with the flow, and when got the cutback. There wasn't anybody there and enough to get the first down.
3 down linemen for the Bearcats. Cordes, far side receiver. Near side receiver is Dada. Make that Davila.
Good.
Jules Davila gets met behind the line of scrimmage. It's a big-time loss there. It was Clay Smith.
Clay Smith did a good job, but Eli McCann strung that out. Wouldn't let him get to the outside. Good play by McCann.
South Oldham will bring on Kai Dickamore in, another new running back. Told you earlier, they've had 9 different guys get at least 1 carry here in this season. Now to bring up 2nd down and 15 after the loss of 5 on the TFL by Smith. Here's Anthony Dixon trying to get free. And Dixon with speed to burn down the sideline, and he'll get tackled right around the 10-yard line, maybe a little bit shy of the 10.
That was some good blocking by South Oldham, and not only along the line but down the field there was good blocking.
Marking down at the 14-yard line, a 27-yard pickup for Anthony Dixon. He went untouched.
There was that play that we said that they ran the first 2 plays of the game and hadn't run since, and
that almost looked like the punt return when he just had a lot of room to run. 1st down and 10 from the Anderson 14. Greenwell gets to the 10. Just inside of it, pick up a 4 there for Cole Greenwell. Greenwell with over 200 yards rushing now in the season because of the output tonight. Dickamore will check out. Important drive here for South Oldham, trying to get a 2-score lead as they send 3 receivers out to the far side. Dixon lined up in a slot. And around, fake. They will go with the keeper now. Miles takes it and runs with it, and a nice tackle there met at the line of scrimmage by Grayson Alzabrook. Well, if you're Anderson County, you would love to stop them here, and at worst case scenario, let them attempt the field goal.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd down and 7. South Oldham can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. Ball is at the 9. Left hash. Shotgun for Miles. A running back to each side. Keeper now toss on the option. Out to Davila. Davila cuts forward, and he'll have the 1st down.
He's just inches away from the goal line. That was a nice play. Miles kept that ball right to the last instant and pitched it back to Davila.
That's exactly how you teach the option. Sometimes you know you're going to get a hit taken, but Miles able to pitch it there at the last moment, and a 1st and goal now for the Dragons as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. High formation. It'll be a keeper to the fullback and
Touchdown.
Motoring in for a touchdown. It is Greenwell.
Well, that is a typical South Oldham drive. They took 7 minutes, one pass, even though it was a very important pass, but they just ground it down the field.
4th rushing touchdown of the year for Cole Greenwell. We went a long way in the ball game without points, and at 4:58 in quarter number 3, South Oldham adds a touchdown. Funes' extra point is blocked. Getting through the penetration, there were a couple guys right there. Nick Aldridge along with another teammate and Ben Stratton right there.
Stratton was 55.
As they were able to get the block and keep this a 13-0 game. Watch the penetration there. This time the defensive line getting through the line of scrimmage. Hudson DeGarmo in there as well. He's done a little bit of everything.
And Coach Buchanan calls him a Swiss Army knife. He does just about everything.
Fans want to remind you, if you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com. So a 3-yard touchdown for Cole Greenwell, but big significant play is Hudson Nagarmo got the block. He's got an interception and a block tonight, Keith.
Plus, real hard runs. And Anderson really needs to come back and score here. If they go 3 and out, bad things could happen.
4:58 remaining. Funes puts a really good kick on it toward the sideline, but it may go out of bounds, and it will. Free kick out of bounds will set up Anderson with nice field position.
Yeah, Anderson needs to make something happen here. Oh, they're not taking it on the 35.
We have a re-kick.
We're going to have a re-kick.
Redo. When life gives you a mulligan, take it. So Funes will re-kick. You feel like, however this drive right here comes out, could determine the outcome of this game.
I agree.
If Anderson County goes a quick 3 and out, that South Oldham would have all the momentum in the world.
And plus they've got to punt to Dixon.
So rinse and repeat now for Funes. This time it's a line drive. That may have trickled toward the sideline if it kept going. Looking for an avenue, trying to find something is Donovan Fallis, and he'll do a lot of running and now be spun down just shy of the 40. So all in all, the Bearcats get about 4 extra yards than they would have.
Yep. Yep. This is a big series for Anderson.
So when you have a big series like that, I imagine there might be a lot of touches for DeGarmo. We'll see what they draw up here. He is in the backfield, joined by Aiden Edwards.
All right.
Along with Braden Caldwell. Pitch to DeGarmo. DeGarmo tucking it up along his chest, and he will get out to the 45-yard line, make it 44 after a pickup of 6.
Anderson went unbalanced that time. They were unbalanced to that left-hand side.
They've run a couple different options, counter, and then you just mentioned that last one. Braxton Mackey in and a receiver for the Bearcats. 2nd down and 4. They will send Fallis in motion. Cooper pitches it forward. That's a live ball. Fallis has to cover it up, or does he? South Oldham is right there. I think South Oldham may have it. On the bottom of the pile, Anderson has it.
Anderson's got it.
He took it away. What an effort there by Donovan Fallis.
Yes, it was. Because I thought sure as the world that South had that.
Now the officiating crew is going to get together, and they're going to roll it an incomplete forward pass.
Okay.
It was kind of an awkward pit. It was kind of like a shovel pass.
Yeah.
And so after that, it'll just go as an incomplete pass. But still love that credit, that effort for Fallis to
get that ball
as a live ball.
Yeah.
4 minutes to play in the third quarter. 13-0 South Oldham, looking to go to 5-1 on the season. Anderson County looking for 3 straight wins. DeGarmo goes up that left side along the guard tackle, and he'll be just shy. Be about a half-yard shy. I don't think he got it. This may be 4-down territory, or will it be?
I think you've got to go for this.
4th and inches. And they will bring back in DeGarmo. Watch out for a QB keeper right here with Cooper.
Looks like the tush push.
Can the line push? They cannot. Second effort.
He did not get it.
He will be denied. South Oldham with a huge stop defensively. And they will be set up in great field position. There were 2 times that Cooper could have got the first down. The initial push did not get him. Then I thought on that second as he bounced it to the outside, he might have had enough for it, but that wall closed immediately.
The South Oldham came in there and took his legs out from under him. I'm like you. I thought that on that second bounce he was going to get it, but they took his legs out from under. Now this is an absolutely huge defensive series for Anderson.
If you're evaluating the line play here tonight, I think that favors South Oldham.
Yes, it does. Just a huge defensive series for Anderson.
First down and 10 now for the Dragons. Inside Anderson territory. Miles fakes the handoff, lobs a pass, man open. Dixon, first down and more. Inside the 25-yard line for Anthony Dixon.
That was a nice route. They sent Dixon down on a wheel route, and there was a good block in the backfield. Anderson had a rusher coming clean, and there was a good block in the backfield by Dada.
23-yard pickup for Anthony Dixon. He has done a little bit of everything tonight. 2 receivers to the left. Man in motion, Dixon. He gets the handoff. Going east-west, wrapped up, makes a man miss, and runs into his own offensive lineman, and he'll be brought down right there at the 23-yard line. He ran right in to his own guy. He ran into Jackson Lanham.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but there was a large gap in South Oldham's offensive line between the guard and the tackle.
South Oldham trying to get inside that red zone now. 341 yards of total offense per game on the season for the Dragons. Ball on the left hash, 23. Handoff Greenwell. He's got a touchdown tonight. He'll get inside that red zone, and the pile keeps on pushing just shy of the 15.
Be 3rd and 1.
Ben Stratton making the tackle there. Stratton's had a nice game.
Yes, he has.
He's been in on multiple stops here tonight. So now you have a big 3rd down. But really, isn't all 3rd downs big, Keith?
Yeah, for sure.
Can often determine the winner of the game. Miles, as he does on every play, goes over to the sideline to get the play call. 3rd down and 2 as we go under 2 minutes to play. 13-0 South Oldham.
There's that gap again on the right side of South Oldham's line.
Just one receiver. Handoff to Vila, met at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think he got it.
And it's going to be short. Anderson County getting penetration right there on the defensive line.
That was McCann.
Eli McCann, the leading tackler on the year, 52 coming in. 6 tackles for loss on the season. And he was their leading tackler last week in the 30-point win over Carroll County.
South's got a yard and a half.
They're going to go for it. Anderson County has stopped them a couple of times tonight on 4th down tries. Can they do it again and get the hat trick? Dada, the lone receiver, to the right side. Ball on the left side, not at the hash completely, but more angled toward the left. 4th and 1 as we go under a minute in the 3rd. Miles, QB keeper, he'll have enough for the first down. Needed 1, got about 4.
Down to the 11.
Go right up the center of the gut. That offensive line continuing to have a big night. You see some offensive lines at this level, Keith, and they just don't stack up to the size that South Oldham has. Those are
large,
some large individuals.
Large individuals, yes, they are.
Jackson Lanham creating a path there on that last one. Almost next level line when you look to it.
Quarterback bobbles a snap. He's getting good protection.
Now we'll see what happens here. Flag down. This will be coming back, and the pass goes incomplete.
56 for South Oldham. Jackson Lanham. He was laying down on one of Anderson's players.
Just as we were bragging about him.
Yeah.
Anderson County will bring on a couple of new defensive line personnel as well. Mike Rotuski in there. Zeke Pacheco. And along with Ben Stratton, who stays in. So after the holding penalty, first down and 20 with a second left, the final play of the third quarter. Miles out of the shotgun, two receivers to the near side. They will hand it off to Dixon, surveying forward and a shoestring tackle. Nice job by Schaust to get that shoestring tackle and not let go.
Good job by Schaust.
That is the end of the third quarter, 13-0. It's still a low-scoring game, but we did get a touchdown in the third quarter. It's still anybody's ball game here in Lawrenceburg. We'll come back and write the fourth quarter script for you on Glycod.
Finish.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
These two programs have met every year now for the last 4 years, and Keith, this is a completely different game than what the last three have been.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And like I said at the half, I think even with it being 13-0 going into the fourth quarter, Anderson feels like they've got a shot.
Just one play here, one play there, and you're right back in it. Now, if you're Anderson County, you need that play to come right here on this defensive drive to get a stop.
Second and 19 for South.
Had a little bit of an issue with the chains, I think, and now that's taken care of. Don't have to get it all here on this play. We'll see if they do, though. Miles is looking for it, and a little bit of miscommunication.
Yep.
He threw it to the wrong shoulder, intended for his wide receiver, Evan Hill. He zigged when he should have zagged.
Yep. Little aside here, for homecoming, the king was Hugh Murphy, the queen was Claire Washington. Congratulations to both of them.
Yeah, big night for both of those. They'll add a little bit more hardware to their trophy case. Do you get to keep the crown, I assume?
I would guess so.
I would assume so.
Yeah. I thought my daughter did. I think we still got it somewhere at the house.
Just one more thing to collect dust.
Yeah.
Big third down here, 3rd and 19. They can get a first down without getting into the end zone again, but not by much.
Going
Rainbow
over
pass,
here to the side.
and it is almost intercepted. Anthony Dixon tried to leap, but it was off target of him, and the pass broken up there in coverage. Nice job defensively by Anderson County.
Donovan Follis.
He's had a big game.
Let's see here. I was watching their field goal kicker, but it doesn't look like we're kicking field goals here.
Yeah, he has not attempted one all year long. And Jair Funes It's been good on extra points, but nothing in the field goal department yet. So you're going for it here on 4th down and 18. And really, if you don't get it, it kind of acts as a punt. So really nothing to lose here either way.
This would be really crushing if they for Anderson if they make this.
Miles out of a shotgun formation. They've been going to the end zone. They'll go one more time. And DeGarmo almost had a pick if he didn't run into his own man. But it'll be broken up there. And the Anderson County Bearcats get another 4th down stop. Watch this again.
It's thrown into double coverage. Anderson had defenders coming from both sides.
I think DeGarmo gets another pick if he doesn't run into his own guy there in Clay Smith. So now Anderson does get the stop.
And they've got almost 12 minutes to score twice.
Well, David Buchanan told me in our conversation earlier this week, they said his defense is really kind of taking on the personality of their D coordinator and Davey McCann. And you're seeing that on display tonight. Short pickup there on 1st down.
South Oldham just closed it so quickly. There was a hole there, and by the time McCann got to it, it had closed up, and it was a 4-yard gain.
Look at that line for South Oldham. Evan Hale, along with Dylan Lafferty, Sam Dawson, of course, we've said his name all night long. He plays on both sides of the line. Handoff met in the backfield, wrapped up right there. That D-line getting to the line of scrimmage and beyond. Met in the backfield. Nice play.
I thought there might have been a face mask there, the way his head jerked, but I think it was just because of the tackle.
Evan Hale, TFL. Sam Dawson, really a remarkable story. He would go in for morning workouts, before school started. Trainings, and that was 5:36 a.m. And then a couple weeks later, to kind of speak on the influence of Dawson, about 2 or 3 weeks later, all of a sudden he had about 9 or 10 others joining for those morning workouts. Here's a deep ball shut by Cooper. Ball is up for grabs and falls harmlessly to the turf.
DeGarmo wasn't even looking for that.
And Cooper just had to unleash it real quick.
Yeah, he did. There was a South Oldham rusher in his face.
And a very quick drive here for Anderson County. It looks like it'll falter here on 4th down. They've had one fake, and it was a success, but I don't think you're in the spot in the field to do it here.
There is Cooper back. Cooper is back there as the protector.
I would be shocked if they go for another fake here, especially where they are at the field. Alzabrook will punt this away, and he didn't get it cleanly.
But it's going to be a heck of a bounce.
Didn't get any hang time on it. It'll come to a stop at the Anderson County 48-yard line.
28-yard punt.
We'll take a break before South Oldham gets the ball back. Joining us on Glycod.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local, a locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
A little short gain here for South Oldham coming out of the punt there by Anderson.
And Stratton again on the tackle.
More importantly for the Dragons, it runs that ticker on down. Now under 10 minutes to play. Temple and Davila, the far side receivers. Near side is Kaladi Dada. Second down and 8. Dixon gets the pitch. He just plows forward. Up in between the hashes, past the 45, down to the 41. Pickup of 7. I'm sorry, 4.
Going to be third and 3 for South.
Charlie Temple in at wide receiver once again. So see if they keep it on the ground. This has been the kind of the play for Greenwell oftentimes tonight.
And
Greenwell will
again.
get it. And he will have the first down. When you have a fullback like that, kind of acts as a running back but in a way, but you get that snap so much quicker because you're right there behind the quarterback and don't have to run as far, and it's worked for South Oldham this year.
Well, South Oldham's weight, I believe, is starting to tell.
Yeah.
They're just making no bones about what they're doing, and we're going to line up and we're going to run it at you. You got to be tired. We outweigh you.
And now with this first down, I would imagine there's going to be a more healthy dose of the ground.
Well,
as I say that, they go back to pass. Going for the end zone, and it'll be broken up.
Good defense.
Beasley in there to break it up. DeGarmo in traffic as well.
That's the way it always works. You say what you think that should do, and they never do it.
That's why I'm not a coach, not on the sidelines. I'm up here in the press box, or on the roof in this case. So the clock stops after the incompletion now, brings up second down and 10. I think maybe that they were thinking along the same lines and trying to catch Anderson off guard, maybe. Dixon, the tailback. Greenwell just before him, a couple of yards. Handoff will go to Dixon. Dixon speeds through that, and he goes all the way down to the 25, down to the 24-yard line.
He is just so quick.
Pickup of 12 for Anthony Dixon. Well, the way he gets downhill, just so fast. I mean, he hits another gear. Under 8 minutes remaining in the ball game now. It's been a low-scoring contest, and David Buchanan will take a timeout here, knowing the importance of this drive. 7:40 to play here in the ball game. And if you put one in here for South Oldham, Keith, that may be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, and Anderson's just not really capable of quick scores. And a score here would pretty. But still, after the last 3 years, Anderson's holding their own.
Done a nice job orchestrating the offense tonight. Adrian Miles got kind of that football IQ, that football smartness about him, and he's also the scout team quarterback, Keith. And earlier this week, Kane Sams was telling me he got on his other scout team teammates because they weren't given the reps and the attention that he thought they should be. So he's gotten that leadership ability to him.
There's your senior leadership right there. Somebody that's going to grab him by the face mask and shake him and say, "Do better."
Back to action we go here out of the timeout.
In the shotgun.
Miles fires a slant and tapped down at the line of scrimmage. Kind of went with that sidearm approach that time.
He had somebody in his face. One of the few times Anderson's gotten pressure.
I believe Alsbrook was in there to bat that pass down.
Well, he's 6'3" or 6'4", and there's a lot of him to bat it down.
And again, South Oldham has not attempted a field goal on the year. So if Anderson County can hold them here, it would remain a 2-score game. Quick screen pass behind Dixon.
I think I would have to get on that.
Anderson gets on it, but it is an incomplete pass. Clay Smith right there for the Bearcats.
Yep. Yeah, Anderson had Smith, and there was someone else that were just standing there looking at you. You got to get on that.
So you start adding up how the comeback can come for Anderson County. Even if South Oldham was to attempt their first field goal, that would still be a 2-possession game, so you cannot give up a touchdown here.
Yeah. And after having a blocked extra point, I'm not sure South Oldham would try.
Right. So it appears that this will be 4-down territory. So 2 plays to get 10 yards. Miles rolls out, flushed,
wide
throw on
open.
Target. It's Jules Davila inside the 10-yard line, and they do get that first down.
They ran 2 receivers down that left side, and both Anderson's defender went with the receiver that was going to the end zone.
16-yard pickup through the air from Miles to Davila. Greenwell, the lone tailback now. He already has a touchdown on the night. High snap and a flag flies.
It's motion.
So just as South got into inside the 10-yard line, the false start will set them back 5. South Oldham trying for back-to-back wins now. They'll be on the road again next week, taking on Woodford County, in a game we'll have here on Glycod as well. 2 receivers set to the right side. Temple, one of those guys, and Dickamore in as well.
Oh, there's a little Utah.
The middle.
That was a little Utah pass there.
Evan Hale with plenty of room to get a lot of real estate that time. A little trickery by the Dragons that time. You could have driven a truck through that hole right there.
You could have. For some reason you don't see that very much in high school.
Yeah. So now the clock starts to become a factor. Anderson County looking for a big stop. South Oldham looking for the exclamation mark in what would be a 5-1 season start to it anyway.
Oh,
Ball's fumbled. Bad snap. Everybody's on it. I think South Oldham got back on it.
Yep. Quarterback never got the ball.
This is, despite, moving the ball, this has not been a crisp drive for South Oldham here. Had a procedure penalty, then the bad snap. I think I go to Greenwell here. This is kind of where he shines.
Yeah. Third and goal from the 3.
See if I'm right. Greenwell is behind Adrian Miles.
Shift the strong side to this side. Pitch
Toss
this
to
way.
Dixon. Dixon gets a block.
He's in.
And Dixon breaches the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown Dragons. Anthony Dixon, his second touchdown of the night and his first rushing touchdown. And one of the leaders in 5A in rushing yards, Anthony Dixon, may have just put the exclamation mark on the board for the Dragons. So South Oldham has had a 3-yard touchdown run, now a 4-yard TD scamper. Extra point by Funes, spirals forward, and it is good. We'll take a timeout as the Dragons of South Oldham add to their lead. It's now 20-0 on Glycod.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Well, not a ton of scoring tonight here in Lawrenceburg, but all the points belong to the South Oldham Dragons.
Well, Anderson, for the most part, has acquitted themselves well, especially with the last 3 years.
Yeah, it was a much different story. We told you earlier, 125-34 is what South Oldham had outscored Anderson in the last 3 matchups before tonight.
The kick looks coming to Hatfield.
He'll take it just past the 10. Trying to get some blocks, get Anderson one last gasp at it. And he'll get up to the 34-yard line before he's brought down.
As a freshman, he is probably the fastest Bearcat that they've got.
So now 5-16, you're a team that makes their living running the ball. Not an ideal situation now for Anderson. They have to go through the air here a little bit.
But the first half, they really threw the ball well.
They did.
And
Cooper, this is where they kind of excelled. This time the pass is off target, intended for Braxton Mackey.
Well, it's a lot tougher when the defense knows you have to pass.
Limits your playbook tremendously. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Cooper, quarterback that really plays within himself well and trying to lead them to a scoring opportunity here. 2nd down and 10. Pressure coming from Dickamore, and the pass is broken up.
Is it intercepted?
Intercepted by South Oldham. It is picked. Sincere Raider comes away with the interception.
Well, as we said before the game, if Anderson was going to have any chance at all, they had to win the turnover battle. And South Oldham has easily won the turnover battle tonight.
Sincere Raider, the 5'11 sophomore, comes away with the pick. They have been in the positive side of the turnover margin tonight.
Cooper's back there running for his life.
Game slowing down here inside the final 6 minutes. I imagine that not to be the case. Here's South Oldham will probably run a little bit more clock there. They do with Greenwell. Anderson County will bring back on Zeke Pacheco on the D-line. Exactly what the Dragons want here, to try to go back to Oldham County with a win. They will be back in action in district and against Scott County next week.
Anderson, first time they've blitzed. Oh boy, that was almost a nice one-handed catch.
Anthony Dixon.
By Dixon.
He's extremely athletic and almost made a really acrobatic catch there. The South Oldham continuing to go through the air here to try to potentially catch Anderson County off guard.
He's quick enough that he might be able to play for a small college if he were just a hair bigger. Counter. Oh, no pitch.
To Davila. Vila, hesitation and slam down to the grass. Nick Aldridge getting the tackle there for Anderson County.
Miles fooled me. I thought he had that on the. Thought he was keeping that on the quarterback counter, and he spun around and made a good pitch.
A lot of eye candy on that one. After the game, we'll analyze the performance tonight on both sides. We'll hand out some most outstanding players of the contest as well. Want you to stay tuned with us after this game concludes. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Miles wrapped up, tossed, ball's loose, and able to get back on it somehow is South Oldham.
Boy, that was one that almost you could have almost called that a pass. He did throw it did go forward, but I don't think that's what the South Oldham coaches wanted.
Not exactly how you draw it up.
I think that's what's being discussed now is this a pass?
And Dixon just kind of plunged on it.
Because they've stopped the clock.
Remember, we had one kind of similar in the first half.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what they're discussing now. Was it a lateral or a pass?
We'll get the ultimate ruling here. Or will we? No, we won't. So I guess we're just playing on.
It's
second down and 10, 3:31 left in the ball game. South Oldham up 20-0.
Oh,
Greenwell
draw
cuts
play.
Up, gets another block inside the 10 for Cole Greenwell.
That was some really nice faking there by the quarterback. He faked to one side and then countered it back to the other. That was a nice play.
14-yard pickup for Cole Greenwell. We talked about it earlier, Keith. The depth of this running back room is tremendous for South Oldham, and what a luxury for Kane Sams.
Yep. You got 8 or 9. You've got 8 or 9 backs and a huge offensive line. Can't ask for much more than that.
Coach's dream. Flag flies here, 2 of them to be exact.
Somebody's got too many people on the field. And it was Anderson.
Penalty on Anderson County. That'll move the ball inside the 5 now. Three minutes remaining in this one.
Well, South has 2 receivers out here. Anderson just has one back, one defensive back.
That is
you're
advantageous for South Oldham. He's wide open, but they will go on the ground, and it will be the second rushing touchdown of the game for Cole Greenwell.
That's just tank, just lining up and running over people.
As he scurries his way in from 5 yards out.
This game's going to be 27-0, but it's not that bad.
Doesn't represent what took place, actually. Funes on for the point after.
Bad snap.
A little bit low, handled by Miles. What a job by him to get that down. And the point after by Funes is true. So how about 2 touchdowns on the night for Cole Greenwell? Give him 5 now on the season.
That's 2 touchdowns in about 3 minutes for South Oldham to make this score look worse than it really was.
It is 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 41 seconds. So you're spot on.
And you said South has Woodford next week. Anderson gets to go to Scott. There's just no breaks in this district.
When you look at 5A, it may be one of the more competitive districts you have.
And it even at 27-0, South Oldham knows they've been in the game.
So maybe one more opportunity for Anderson County to try to get points on the board, get some momentum for next week. Didn't catch that one cleanly, and for the second time, Funes is going to have a kick go out of bounds. That one looked like he kind of hit it in the wrong direction.
They kind of hit it on the right side.
So we'll get a re-kick here. Well, for South Oldham, they are going to go to 5-1 and keep inching forward for what has been a great start for Kane Sams and his squad. And he is about to get his 18th win as a head coach. It's hard to believe that this is the start of the second half of the season.
Yeah.
We're over halfway through. It flies by.
Well, if South gets another chance to have the ball, they're warming up another quarterback over on the sidelines, and it looks.
Here's the kick by South Oldham to Anderson County, cutting up, crossing over, and tackled right there shy of the 30-yard line. That
was Hatfield.
Young man you were referring to warming up is Miles Schooler, the backup quarterback, freshman. So this time after the kick goes out of bounds, South Oldham gets a little bit more advantage in their field position. Cooper remains in at quarterback for the Bearcats. DeGarmo goes in motion, quick pass over the middle, caught by Follis and hammered down.
Boy, big hit there by 41, McLeese.
And Follis a little slow to get up. Nate McLeese has had a handful of tackles tonight as they will take a look at Follis. They will check on him here as he's flat on his back over on the other sideline. When you go over the middle, he was trying to go for one of those slant passes over the middle, and it's a very dangerous play. You know you're going to get hit pretty hard sometimes, and that was a massive hit delivered there.
Boy, it was. He really nailed him.
They continue to look at him. Looks like they're looking at the left leg for Follis, and he'll hop up with a noticeable limp, and he'll go over to the closest sideline to him, which is opposite of the Anderson County bench, and get off the field of play.
The way he's hopping looks like probably an ankle. Well, they're pushing on it like it's a cramp.
Being stretched out over there on the far, far end of the South Oldham bench. 2nd down and 5 after the completion. He did hang on to the ball. Approaching 2 minutes in the game. Been a long fourth quarter, the longest of the game. Pass a little bit too high. Trying to jump up and pogo stick it was Clay Beasley. He could not haul in through the gloves.
Pass incomplete. That sets up 3rd and 5. Anderson County.
Seen a lot more passing attempts from this Anderson County team. And, of course, a lot of here in this fourth quarter out of necessity.
Yep.
But if you can get some confidence going in the passing game for Anderson County to take some of that pressure off the running attack, certainly be advantageous.
Well, in the first half, Anderson ran a lot of play action. Now it's just they know Anderson's got to pass. Oh, they've got a man wide open here.
Coming to meet it, and a pass complete. Down to the near side, Braxton Mackey making the reception. That ball was in the air a long time, and a lot of credit for Mackey to come back and get the ball.
Yes, it was. It didn't have a whole lot of zip on it.
13-yard pickup. Because if he keeps on running his route, that falls incomplete. And a timeout to South Oldham. Kane Sams calling the timeout. Not happy with his defense on that last play. But for Anderson County, how far would a touchdown here go for next week, going into another tough matchup in district?
No, it'd be a great morale booster. Actually, I think if Anderson could have maybe held it to 13-0 or 20-0, that would have been a big morale booster. It's not a 27-0 game.
Right. You look at the box score, and you're going to think it was completely dominated by South Oldham. That was not the case. First score of the game, 79-yard punt return by Anthony Dixon. Then we were halftime 7-0. And then rushing touchdown the third, 2 more here in the fourth for South Oldham. Pass complete, and Beasley wrapped down.
South Oldham, they do not miss many tackles.
Blake Dickamore wrapping him up there.
He's South Oldham's leading tackler, and he's had a bunch.
Yeah, going over 50 on the season in this game. 90 seconds remaining. Anderson County looking to punch it in here. Trying to get a pass midfield. Pressure comes. Cooper is going to be brought down. It's a quarterback sack on the pressure coming from Kai Dickamore, the sophomore.
He came through there untouched.
And Cooper extremely frustrated right now as he makes his walk over to veteran head coach David Buchanan.
And Anderson's got third in the year.
It'll be 3rd down and 25 now for Anderson County to wrap it up here. And the pass will be incomplete, knocked down.
That's Dickamore again.
Just call this drive defensively the Kai Dickamore drive.
Boy, he has had a big series.
So now potentially one last play for Anderson County as they'll have it 4th and 25 with 36 seconds remaining. Got to go deep in your playbook here. They've got to go all the way down to the 44 of South Oldham. And Cooper has to throw it and intercepted.
This is
Anthony Dixon intercepting it, and a flag flies, and Dixon is going to take it in for a touchdown.
It's coming back. There was several blocks in the back.
There is more laundry on the field than a college dorm right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flags. If you've got a flag, throw it.
I was going to say that's more flags than we got officials.
It was a touchdown by Anthony Dixon, but you're going to walk this one all the way back. It's going to take them 2 minutes to pick up all the flags.
Number 10, Anthony Dixon. It looks like it's going to come back.
19 seconds remaining. So the ball will be spotted at midfield now. And with that, it'll be a 1st down. Actually, they're going to move the ball up to the
back from the spot of the foul.
And it will be South Oldham ball at their own 35-yard line.
And I would say here this is fall down formation for South Oldham.
So one final play to run out the final 19 and a half seconds. And they do have a new quarterback in, it looks like, in Jacob DeHaas. Jake Jolly also in as a running back. Actually, they'll send DeHaas as a wide receiver. And it will be the guy you were mentioning earlier, and Miles Schooler, the freshman, will get the final play of the game. And he will hand it off to running back in Bray Schaffner. And that will be how this game comes to an end here in Lawrenceburg. 27-0, the final score here tonight in Central Kentucky, as the South Oldham Dragons improve to 5-1. What a start for Kane Sams and his squad. And it'll be a win for the South Oldham Dragons here tonight in Central Kentucky. Stay tuned here with us on the postgame show. We'll have a recap, tell you the scoring summary, and we'll also tell you the MVPs of tonight's game, as it's all coming up next here on Glycon.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
For your home and your range. Bad Boy. Power, performance, attitude.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local. A locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Dragons of South Oldham now 5-1 here in 2025 with a 27-0 win over Anderson County. Kane Sams giving his post-game instructions to his squad before they head back home here on a Friday night. And start on the South Oldham side, Keith, and that was a really big performance. It all started with that big special teams play, and not a lot of action there in the second and third quarter, but then they kind of flexed their muscles late in the third and into the fourth.
Well, you had South Oldham, the drive at the start of the second half. I mean, South Oldham took the ball, drove it down the field, scored, and it put Anderson in a hole from there. Anderson's just not a big play comeback team, and that put them in a 13-0 hole. And then Anderson made turnovers, and South Oldham got behind that big offensive line and just marched down the field.
The loss for Anderson County snaps their 2-game winning streak before they go back on the road to take on Scott County next week. As you see some scores down from across Central Kentucky and on into across the state as well. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. Let's take a look now at the scoring summary brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Not a ton of scoring opportunities here on both sides tonight, but it all started with 3:11 in the first quarter. South Oldham on special teams got the biggest play of the night, and it was a 79-yard punt return by Anthony Dixon for a touchdown. The extra point by Funes was true, and South Oldham had a 7-0 lead thanks to a big special teams play there in the first quarter. We would go the entire way in the second quarter without any points on the board, and it would be almost, or actually past the halfway point in the third before we would break the scoring column again. We were at halftime 7-0 in favor of the Dragons, and in the third quarter, the first offensive score of the night came at 4:58 to play in the third quarter. A 3-yard touchdown run by Cole Greenwell, one of two that he would have on the night. The point after was blocked by Hudson DeGarmo of Anderson County, and we were at 13-0 right there around the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. We would go to right around that same mark in the fourth quarter before South Oldham would score again. This time it was on the ground by a new customer, and Anthony Dixon, his second touchdown of the night, 4 yards out on the run by him, and the point after by Funes made it 20-0. And then less than 3 minutes after that, a 5-yard touchdown run by Cole Greenwell with 2:43 remaining in the ball game made it 27-0. So South Oldham has 4 touchdowns, but only by 2 different guys out here tonight. 2 by Greenwell, 2 by Dixon.
Well, and I think one other thing that we need to think about is the Anderson not being able to get the ball in at the end of the first half when they had a chance to go down there and tie it up, and they couldn't get it in, and then they missed the field goal.
All right, when Keith and I return, we will take a look at the most outstanding players of tonight's contest. Join us when we come back on Glycod. We'll hand out those most outstanding players right after this.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
Hello, we're back here on the post-game wrap-up show, as tonight it was all South Oldham winning 27-0 over Anderson County. Alongside Keith Klink, I'm Wes Chandler. Appreciate you joining us here on a Friday night. It was a gorgeous night for some football. Homecoming 2025 on the campus of Anderson County, and fortunately, if you're a Bearcat fan, the homecoming was spoiled a little bit.
Yes, it was, but they showed up better. That's the Coach Buchanan has the program moving forward, and until it was 20-0, the game was still within reach for Anderson in the fourth quarter.
And when you have teenagers, especially, it's hard to trust that process of, okay, I do see incremental improvements week in and week out when you look up at the scoreboard and don't put anything across. That's really hard for teams to be able to see. All right, let's hand out some most outstanding players tonight. They are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And first, we are going to begin with South Oldham, and you're going to give it to the guy who scored a couple of touchdowns, not Anthony Dixon, but the other one, Cole Greenwell.
Cole did a good job. He was their go-to on short yardage and down on the goal line.
Had a couple of touchdowns on the night, one from 5 yards out, the other one from 3 yards out. And he is our most outstanding player for the Dragons tonight with those 2 touchdowns. For Anderson County, it's the guy carrying a lot of the load this season in Hudson DeGarmo.
Well, he had 2 pass breakups in the end zone, had a blocked extra point. He's, like I said, he's their Coach Buchanan calls him his Swiss Army knife.
Mm-hmm. He may have not had the true rushing game he wanted to have, but he did the other things with an interception and almost had a second interception, too, when he ran into his own teammate there in the back end of the end zone, or he would have had another interception. All right, those are the most outstanding players of tonight's contest. When Keith and I return, we will wrap it up here from our rooftop vantage point here at Anderson County High School on Glycod.
For over 25 years, Century Bank has been serving Lawrenceburg by being uniquely local. A locally friendly and locally decisive financial institution. They're staffed by banking professionals who know and understand your financial needs. Visit their office in downtown Lawrenceburg with drive-through open Saturday mornings. Bank online at centurybankky.com or download the Century Bank app. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For over a decade, we've invested in the lives of our community.
And like most around here, we love our local sports.
We've always supported our student athletes in both the classroom and on the field.
And we're always glad to see them come back home.
At Anderson Apothecary, we're all about community, and we're proud to say it. Welcome home, girls. We sure are proud of you.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Well, here you see our entire team. Well, most of our entire team. Got producer Scott Moore here with us, our spotter over here hiding from the camera, Meredith Chandler, and Keith Klink alongside Wes Chandler here with you as we put a wrap here on what has been a really successful night, especially for South Oldham here on Homecoming 2025. And Keith, before we wrap up, let's take a look at what is ahead for these two programs. As far as for South Oldham, they have a big game next week coming up as they will travel to Woodford County. I'll actually have that game here on Glycod coming up next week. And for Anderson County, they will travel to Scott County, a very tough place to play.
Very tough, very, very tough team. I think they were rated number one in 5A. Anderson will have their hands full.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They will try to go in there and get right next week on the road in Georgetown. For us on Glycod, let's take a look at what's ahead here on our upcoming schedule presented by New Vista. They see the good ahead. Of course, I told you I'll be back on the call of the South Oldham and Woodford County game. Some other games from around the Glycod area as well. There you see on your screen, as there's going to be a lot of matchups there for you upcoming next week. Always got to look forward to what's ahead, and that'll be the slate here on Glycod. Well, Keith, first time working together. Appreciate it, man. It's great to work with you.
It's great to work with you, too. Very, very, very good job.
Thank you very much. All right, that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight from the rooftop at Anderson County High School. We hope you enjoyed it. Want to thank our entire team. Producer Scott Moore, especially for all his hard work. He's the man that gets here before everybody and leaves after everyone. Camera operation tonight by Devin Jackson. For my partner, Keith Klink, and our spotter here, Meredith Chandler. My name is Wes Chandler, telling you the final score for the final time. It is South Oldham getting the victory tonight, 27-0 over Anderson County. Thanks for watching high school football on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.